witnessing, sharing Jesus with others, ministering to people, witnessing to people in what we call the red light district of Dallas, in the downtown area of Dallas back then. And during that time, this was back in 77, 78, and 79, long time ago. But that's when prostitutes hung out on the street corners, and there was one particular plaza there where we spent most of our time witnessing, and there were lots of prostitutes and pimps and drug addicts, and it was definitely a good place to get the gospel to people. It was a good place to go where people needed to be free from demonic powers. They needed to be healed, delivered. They needed Jesus in their lives, didn't they? Well, we were always trusting God to protect us everywhere we went, and a lot happened out there. But one night, my brother and I and two other students from the Bible school were out witnessing. And I parked my car right in front of a bar called the Spotlight Bar. And we got out and we were talking to some people there. And we were talking to one particular man came out of the bar, and he starts talking to us, and he pulled out, he reached in his pocket, and he pulled out what looked like, it looked almost like a pen. It was made of steel. We got it later, found out it was real, but it was made of steel, about as round as a dime. About maybe not quite that round, had a trigger in the middle. So I thought maybe it was a switchblade. And he starts talking to us, and he looked at us, and we're talking to one of the pimps out there, named Wine. At least that was, I'm assuming that was an alias. But we were talking to him, and this crazy guy, when he pulled this out of his pocket, he cocked the trigger back, and nothing popped out. So I knew it wasn't a switchblade. He held it right up into Wine's face, and he looked him right in the face, and he said, "This is a homemade 22 pistol. And if you don't believe what they're telling you about this Jesus, I'm going to blow your head off." Well, that's not how you get people saved. That's not the way to do it. And, Wine kind of, he hauled around, and finally he said, "Well, I just believe everything they're saying." Well, the man, just kind of walked away then, and we figured he left. So we talked a while longer, and then finally, I said, "Let's head on back to the Bible school." And, my car, remember, was parked right in front of the bar there. So I went over to the driver's side, got in the car. And I didn't know this was going to happen, but after I got in the car, the passenger door opened up, and I thought maybe it was my brother getting in. But the door opened up, and the man that had the gun came back, and he put the gun in his left hand, and he held the gun up to the temple of my head right here. Didn't quite touch my head. Held it right to the temple of my head like this, looked in the car at me, and of course I turned my head like this and looked over at him, and he said, "I want to ride." Well, I didn't want to give him a ride anywhere. I figured he was just going to probably shoot me and take my car. Not that it was worth